What's up guys, it's Eric here. We are doing another VOD review of Shunga, the former world champion and rank 1 China. What can this man not do? Well, we'll see what he does in this game. Oh my god. That 9 gold opener? Jesus. I mean, yeah, he can just straight up make 10 gold here. So I think in most cases you should. I'm curious what units he actually ends up holding here. I think the double GP pair is pretty reasonable though. Like, you only really want it if you're playing Mascot Reroll, I think. Like, I don't really love any of the other one-cost reroll comps right now. I think Mascot Reroll is quite good. It is a pair of 2 units, but yeah, I'm definitely down to hold the Poppy pair, especially with Rod start over the GP pair. Oh my god, you could hold it all. I mean, yeah, I would hold the Galio here just for a potential Mascot roll angle. I mean, I don't know if he's going to play it this game, but I would definitely think about potentially angling Mascot reroll this game. No shot. He was looking at GP spell, but like, is he actually thinking about GP reroll? I think that comp is not that insane. Okay, so yeah, it's just a 1-item opener. He does end up selling the mascots. Oh my god, but you hit the Galio augment. Maybe, I haven't actually seen Shunga play Mascot reroll, so I wonder if it's not something that's really made its way over to Korea for whatever reason. Let's check out these augments. Okay, so this is the stacking armor MR one. This is the Jinx carry one, so she gets all the attack speed and MS when she gets a kill. And this is the Galio one. Your teams get 20 armor and MR, and then when he shields them, they get double the value. I could see him just going the Rel one. He really likes the Rel one. And just end up playing. I mean, it's Gwinsu's plus Rel, right? And then you can play into like a Kaiser reroll spot. I think that's quite reasonable. I would have honestly taken this one and played around Mascot reroll if he hadn't ended up selling those guys. And yeah, I think it makes sense to level up here. You could... I'm actually interested in the choice to play Ezreal here over Fiora. I feel like you should play Fiora. That's kind of interesting. I mean, he really wants to... But you have to make 10 here, right? The thing is, Ezreal's a better Winsu holder, I would say, than GP. Yeah. So maybe that's the thinking there. It's really interesting, right? Because he's playing down a synergy. You could be giving your Gangplank 2-star duelist, but he decides not to. No, there's no way he's gonna hold this Vi here. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. This is Chinese level. This is Chinese TFT, man. The double pre-level. How often do you see this? He's got 8 gold here, so he sends 8 gold onto. Oh my. Already. He's like, I don't give a shit about making 10 gold. I'm just going to double pre-level here so I can buy Galio and hold on to the Vi. And I can play for Streak. And if I end up hitting a kill, which I do, I can play Underground. My god. I love it. I love that play. That is not a play I would make in a million years, but like, that's just one of those plays that it's like, yeah, I mean, in hindsight, it seems pretty sick. You have this insane gold opener, so instead of using it to... make a bunch of econ and play for Lost Streak, he's just going to play potentially for Streak, and even if he loses fights, like this one against like a pretty strong board, though, we'll see who loses it. Even if he loses fight, now he has Underground in to protect his Streak, but yeah, he's going to win the fight. As I was saying in the last video, like, win Streak with Underground is totally fine, by the way. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, because you still get, it's now 2 stacks. Ooh, that person with the Yuumi augment definitely looking to potentially go Mascot reroll. Yeah, this could be a really interesting lobby. I really want to see more people on the Chinese server pick up Mascot reroll because it seems so broken in my games. But it's, it's definitely different metas from China versus NA. But I don't think, like, I feel like in China they tend to really like reroll comps. So I'd be surprised if it didn't end up making its way over a little bit. Okay, so we have the Gwinsu already. We are looking for like a recon reroll angle. Ideally, I think Glove would be fine for like a JG. The other option is maybe that Sword. He's going to look for Rod here. Interesting. He's already got Gwinsu. I mean, it can be... Oh. I mean, it's fine either way, right? It can be Rod for JG. You haven't naturaled a Rod or a Glove yet. The Rod he had is the one that he started. So he's equally likely to see Glove or Rod here if he's looking to build a JG, which is really good. Kai said, the levels to 6, man. I mean, yeah. Actually, it makes a ton of sense here to go for this. You want to continue to play for Streak, and you want to play this GP too. The only way to play it without cutting like a defender is by leveling to 6. I like this a lot, actually. But yeah, oh my god, what an aggressive start from Shunga. He needs to win this last fight. And this guy's level 6 as well? Wait. Oh, no, that's his little legend on someone else's board. He did hit a Kaisa. Is there a way? He can't make gold now. Rough. Unless he wants to cut GP for Kaisa. Doesn't even seem that bad. This is like where I get like where playing this aggressively really scares me, because like if you end up cutting GP for Kaisa and then losing, then your spot feels so bad. But Kaisa's a pretty big upgrade here. You end up losing out on Duelist, but you get Recon in and you make 10 gold. Yeah, I'm down to the biggest, like the number one question is, if we play Kaisa here, are we going to lose this fight? I don't think so. That's Invigorate, right? The Lee Sin support augment, where it gives your team 20% attack speed and then an additional 20% when they heal. Okay, he's just gonna play full streak. Say fuck it. I'm not willing to potentially lose this round by playing Kaisa over the GP. I think that's, you know, a very reasonable play. I would have gone for the more greedy play, but there might be a reason not to. Though it looks like he might lose anyway. Ugh, all right, so this is when the going level 6, you know, hurts a little bit. The nice thing is that you do have the underground in to recoup some of that econ advantage. And maybe we'll see him do something similar to what he did last game, just take the immediate cash out, and then he can start, I mean, he probably should just take the immediate cash out and get out of underground so he can start putting in the units that you'll want to play in this Kaisa comp. Okay, Archangel's not really very good in this comp, tends to be. All right, he doesn't even hold on to the Jinx, actually, which tends to be core if you're playing around like the Kaisa. He's gonna slam Archangels, okay. It could be that he doesn't actually end up playing Kaisa Reroll. The thing is, like, what unit actually uses Winsu Archangels this set? They could go in separate units, potentially. They're on Kaisa for now. But yeah, this is interesting. He also keeps it middling the Kaisa. I wonder if that's to dodge, like, a Talon ult. I didn't see, because, you know, I'm seeing him scout on double speed, so it's hard to see exactly every single thing he's scouting, but it could be just to dodge a Talon ult, because, you know, if you put the Kaisa in the middle, she's just never gonna get ulted by Talon. All right, second augment here. Okay. So you can go the featherweights angle. No, I mean, you can never take this, actually. Everything you want to roll for in Kaisa roll is like 3 costs, really. Electrocharge doesn't seem bad. Richer, actually, I was looking at the stats, and it's better now that it's 20 gold now, which is actually like quite a big bonus. Let's actually pull up some augment stats here and look at Rich Get Richer when taken second, just to get like a baseline for how strong it is. And then you can really evaluate how strong it is in this spot. So yeah, Rich Get Richer on average second. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Something like Electrocharge surely has a much higher average placement. Yeah, 4.39. The question is, will Electrocharge give you more value on your actual board? He has an okay front line. He has this Rel augment. I mean, with this Rel augment, isn't Electrocharge so good? You make this hugely tanky front line, and then you end up just zapping them with it. Also, just the inherent strength of it. He's gonna go the Rich Get Richer. Whoach. All right, and then I imagine... Wait, is he going to take this cash out, or is he going to go full econ and greed the second? Oh my god. I'm so down. I'm so down. But this almost makes it look like he's not going to play... Like, with like Kaisa Reroll, you don't really want Rich Get Richer that much. It's more of like a... Oh, shit. Oh, my light on. Boom. Look at that. It's going to look more beautifully lit now. But yeah, like, you don't really... Like, this is almost like a fast 8, fast 9 setup with Rich Get Richer. I feel like if you use all of your Rich Get Richer gold to spike early with this comp, you're going to take a lot of damage later. The problem is that, like, fast 8, fast 9 with... He's not going to hold Cho'Gath here? I'm shocked by that. The problem with fast 8, fast 9 with this setup is that you're just going to die if you don't hit some upgrades. So he's probably going to have to roll at 8, if not at level 7. He can probably roll at 8 with his HP. He saves so much HP by win streaking stage 2. Okay. This is a really, really cool game to watch. And the fact that he didn't take the first cash out there is interesting. Because you could take... But, like, he knows he's going to keep these units in. He's just going to lose streak the rest of the stage. Got to make 60 there, of course. Because of Rich Get Richer, you can make the 60 and 70 gold econ threshold. So you always want to make those. But yeah, I'm interested to see where he decides to spike. He could sack 3 more rounds and spike at 4-2 at maybe like 35 HP. That's pretty low, though. I feel like you want to complete a frontline item like a Sunfire Cape or a Gargoyles here. What are the costs of the units? 3 cost Sunfire sounds great to me. You can't get that. Maybe Gargoyles. A Bramble Vest, 4 cost Bramble. I don't hate that. It's also on a Rammus. He's doing a lot of scouting here, which makes a lot of sense. You need to scout a lot when you pick something up like Bramble. Because, you know, it's not good in every lobby. You know, it's horrible into that board. It's, you know, pretty good into this board. Any board with a IE or something, it tends to be great into. But, you know, really it's just mostly AD boards you want it into, of course. And then the anti-crit part of it. Okay. So this is Mascot Reroll, baby. They also took Last Stand. Whoa. they really haven't hit much. If I'm looking at their bench, like, they haven't hit NASA's 3, they haven't hit GP, they haven't hit anything 3-star yet, it looks like. So Shunga dig, like, this just goes to show you, this all 2-starred mascot board with last stand just stomped Shunga's board. I mean, it's a good cash out. Yeah, okay. I think it's quite reasonable to take this and then play for a strong board at 4-2. Just go, like, fastest 8 of your life at 4-2, and then spike. I like that a lot. Can't he pre-level here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he can pre-level and still make 70. So, I mean, that just shows how rich he is. But there's no way you can go fast 9 from this spot, right? You have to roll at 8 to stabilize your board, and then maybe you can get to 9 if you build a strong board. And this is where, like skill really comes in, I feel like, in TFT. Like, this roll down, you put, like, a... Oh my god, wait, he's actually rolling at 7. Okay, and he already hit Kaisadu. Okay, so he's just going to send it down at 7. Interesting. Okay. Because I think, I mean, you could easily just wait until 4-2 to roll down all your gold, but he's going to roll it down at 7 and say, like, this is going to spike his board enough. Okay, and apparently I've run out of enough buffer, so I'm going to have to drop down to ultra clear quality. Okay, so that was really interesting. So he rolled down at 7, hit Kaisa 2, Vayne 2, Vi 2. Still doesn't have Rel 2 yet. He stopped rolling there. I don't know if that's because he ran out of time or not. As far as the item slam situation, you have JG, which is definitely your best slam in this position, and then you have these 2 tank items, which can go on somebody that you 2-star. Right now it's Vi, but it could just be Rel 2 or somebody. I have to imagine it's JG here, right? Everything else doesn't seem great. I mean, you could go for, like, you'd even go JG Renans and just maximize use of all your items. I don't even hate that. You could go Ionic Spark as well. Okay, so yeah, I think you have to roll down. Oh my god, the Echo 2 is really big. He's going to keep rolling, though. I don't hate it, yeah. And then you just slam all of your tank items onto Echo. Okay, and he does go the Ionic Spark over Renans. And it makes a lot of sense. Because all of your damage is coming from Kai'Sa right now. Your Vayne is not doing anything. And it's a 3rd tank item onto Echo. Like, the way items work in TFT, the 3rd item is the most important because it scales with the other 2 items. So getting a 3rd item on Echo matters way, like, infinitely more than a 1st item on Vayne. All right. Ooh, I guess you did grab bag here. Or a reroll, maybe? I think you reroll this. This doesn't really give you much value because you already have JG. Scope weapons, I think, is just not very good. And especially in this position, like, what unit are you making range that really matters here? And then this one, like, you're just going to end up putting a few items on, like, Vayne too, which isn't great. I think you should reroll this. Look for just something better. Okay, rerolls it. Big friend. You have Echo, who's a big friend. Who else is a big friend? I don't think Bruiser Crest does much. It's either Phony or Big Friend. How many Big Friends do you have here? I'd love to see him check Vi's HP because I don't know. 1,500? Wait, didn't they change Big Friend to... Can you click into it again? It's 1,600 now. Okay. So yeah, I think that makes perfect sense to take the Phony because your only Big Friend is going to be Echo. Yeah, then try your Twitch chat spamming 3, by the way. They're like, come on, man. There's no shot. Also, let's check what Janna is this? It looks like it wasn't... If it's the mana one, then they should all gain mana right here. It's not. Okay, so it's just the scaling AD and AP one, because they also didn't gain shields. I mean, that's quite good. Quite strong here, but yeah, I mean, might arguably be the best one. It's interesting that he's grading it on all of his units. Obviously, AP scales with every champion, so, you know, some extra AP on Vi is going to give her some extra... I forget, is it shield or armor shred? I don't know, but, you know, extra AP on Ribbon gives her extra shield. Obviously, on Kaisa, it's just more damage. So it makes sense to grade it onto your team, especially when you can just... Oh, he's even going to grade it on Echo. Man, that's so greedy because it allows your entire team to get shrouded. But the nice thing is he has these 2 target dummies. So, like, he won't get 1,000,000% AoE'd by this because, look, so much of his team's going to walk up. And the target dummies buy enough time for the rest of his team to walk up. So I don't even hate this positioning. It's actually really cool that target dummies enables that. But look now, because he rolled so deep at 7, his board's actually quite strong. This is actually also a board that stabilizes really hard on 7. Because, you know, Kaisa is just a unit that you can hit really easily 2-star at 7. What does he go for here, by the way? Yeah, he's looking towards this. I was kind of thinking ZZ Rot. 5-cost ZZ Rot? I don't hate it. Either that or you could dig for another carry item, I guess. I'm curious to see if he slams ZZ Rot here. It doesn't really have synergy with anything. I mean, the only thing to have synergy with... Okay, so he's going to send it to 8 here. Just to add... Mascot, potentially? No. Okay, just to add Nunu as a guy on the board. Yeah. I mean, you can go 8 here and still make 40. So I think that's quite... You could even go 8 here and make 50. if you sell Alistar as well. The Alistar is such a good unit late game. You'd love to fit Alistar in here, wouldn't you? But like, what are you cutting? Riven? You got Riven. You drop Defender though, and Brawler. Doesn't seem worth. Okay, so then this is just the board, it looks like. You're just playing Nuno's random. I mean, he does. It's nice with the extra scaling from Windy to have a Nunu here. You know, his entire game plan is just roll around the board and scale. He also doesn't slam the Zizirot. So it may be that he's just looking for a better tank item and a better damage item. I mean, I'm curious to see who he actually puts these items on late game. Like the Guinzu could go on someone like an Aphelios. And then as far as like late game, like 5-cost AP carries, like it's interesting. A lot of the 5-cost this set are more like synergy. I mean, not synergy. Like splash units that are just like utility, I guess is the word I was looking for. Like I wanted to pull up the units here. Like you could put like as far as an AP carry, you have Mordekaiser, maybe Fiddlesticks, but like Leona's like a splash tanky unit. Nunu is like a splash pretty tanky unit that who will just scale up naturally, so you want to take items on him. Janna's definitely like a splash unit. You don't want to like, she's not a carry. Urgot's like kind of an AD carry. You definitely don't want Guinsu's on him though, because he doesn't scale very well with attack speed. Cinder's not really a carry. Yeah, like all the 5 costs aren't really carries. So I'm curious what unit he ends up carrying here. I wonder if he just keeps item on Kai'Sa the whole game. Like you could just keep items on Kai'Sa, add in a Syndra to this board, and then to get Star Guardian onto Kai'Sa and onto Echo. I wonder if that's the game plan. Because yeah, I feel like oftentimes, okay, and we should look at item slams here. Like Static Shiv, he doesn't have any, no, he has the Ionic slammed already, so it doesn't really need that. If you take like a Nunu item, you already have Sunfire, so you don't want Morellos. You could take Redemption, but it seems like the prio on Redemption is down recently. You could take Renans and just, if you want to transfer items over and go like 1 AP unit with Archangels plus JG, but it's going to be so much weaker than just having a triple item Kai'Sa here. I mean, maybe you take Redemption and just put it on like Janna or something so that she can Redemption your backline. I don't hate that idea. The other option is like Redemption and just make Nunu tankier, I think. Static Shiv doesn't make any sense. Renans is a pretty poor... I mean, I guess Renans could always go on Vayne. You take this, what is it? Guinsu? It's definitely not Morellos. It must be Guinsu Vayne? Interesting. And he does actually cut the Vayne here. Wow. Okay, he goes Morellos. Okay, interesting. So he already has the Sunfire on Echo, but he wants to go Morellos Nunu because this can hit the rest of the team, right? Echo is only going to hit the units on this side, but you saw like Nunu ended up rolling the ball over here. That's really interesting. It's the second time I've seen Xunga prioritize like a Morello after building a Sunfire. It really shows how like not cut and dry itemization is. I always feel like I'm like, okay, I've already hit my Sunfire this game. I don't need a Morellos, but I can definitely see it being the best in that situation there, as opposed to like the other option is like Redemption. I guess maybe he made the call that he didn't need Redemption in this lobby. Okay. Just as the Alistar here at 9, still win streaking, so I think that makes... I mean, 5-2. The only other option is to wait 2 more rounds, but I think leveling here makes a lot of sense when you can still make 20 gold. You could even make 30 here by selling the Mordekaiser. You already have Ionic Spark, so I don't think... Yeah, I would sell Mord here, but... Okay, he sells Leona, actually. Huh. He values Leona higher than the Mord. And once he has this Nunu pair, he says, I'm just going to roll it down. Now he has a Janna pair and a Syndra, which is so good. You gotta fit this Syndra in, surely, right? Like... There's no way you're not playing this Syndra, huh? Just over Riven and just say fuck it, lose like Defender and Brawler. Fiddlesticks over... Okay. Wow, over Vi. Interesting. And it's a backline Fiddle situation, so he's just going to let him scale up. He does... I haven't really received clarity on whether he absorbs the target dummies. I think he might, because they get placed at the start of the round. I know he doesn't get buffer from things like Zizirot, but he might absorb AP from the dummies. I've heard conflicting things. I think he... Actually, thinking back to it, I think he might not. I think dummies just don't count at all. But, yeah, grain of salt. I think... What's he end up taking here? I thought the Shojin looked kind of nice. I can actually see what he got. Archangels? Archangels, okay. He's just gonna Archangels Nunu. Okay, that makes sense. He's also really close to Nunu, too. My god. You can't really play around MF and Mordekaiser, so that's fine. Just get the Mord 2 in. He's definitely a strong unit. You already have all of this. I mean, it's just the Ionic Spark that you have, right? You don't... like, Mord hitting the entire team is obvious. It's also just a Mord too. It's a Mord too. So yeah. I don't see... Okay, he's gonna make MF too. I mean, yeah, I guess surely MF is a stronger carry than Kaisa at 2-star. And you can just go Archangel's JG her, and the Gwynsu will go on like Aphelios if you ever end up playing him, I guess. There's not really a much better item holder, like for Gwynsu. Like, Urgot sucks here. You could just put it on MF. It's also interesting, he still has Vayne in here, right? Just for recon. I mean, it's definitely not weak. Well, it's also kind of awkward. You already have Star Guardian in, so what I was talking about earlier with the Star Guardian doesn't really make sense. Like, you already have 3 in, so adding... Like, the option to get 3 in is when you end up cutting Kaisa, right? You'd cut Kaisa, add Syndra, and then you would move the Kaisa items to someone else. Like the MF, which means you'd have to cut the Vayne, which I think makes a lot of sense, but he doesn't have the 2-star Syndra. I think this is a really, really expertly played late game. Oh my god. Like, so many, like, small little optimizations where he doesn't... Like, he still has held on to this Kaisa for so long, and I feel like so many people, myself included, would have been really tempted to just get rid of this Kaisa for another carry, but, like, you can't move these Kaisa items until you have a better carry, and he hasn't had a better carry for this Gwynsu at all. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, you get so much value out of having it on Kaisa. Do you have a 2-star unit? I mean, he could just go JG for Nunu. That's true. Doesn't seem bad at all. Yeah, 3 out of Nunu. Boom. He's just gonna keep rolling here. I mean, he's level 9. He's not even interested in the Aphelios. Okay. I mean, I think he just says, this is my board at this point. Not really going to change it. Because, like, if you wanted to cut this for the MF, which he sold, by the way, and you wanted to get... I mean, he has 2 fiddles in right now, right? Crazy? Couldn't it be, like, this out? I mean, the problem is, like, this out for MF, and then this becomes Syndra is really good, but you don't have... Like, then you can't move the Gwynsu to Aphelios, so it'd just be MF holding these items, and she is a much worse Gwynsu holder. I think this board makes a lot of sense. I think eventually the Fiddlestick should still become Syndra, but I don't think we're actually going to get there this game. It's pretty, like, everyone's pretty low. And his board is so strong. Nunu's just going to bowl over this thing? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. And he also could just put in Urgot, too, over Fiddle if he hits it. Yeah, I mean, surely Urgot 2 stronger than a Fiddlesticks 1 here, right? Yeah, especially with all this extra AD scaling. Oh, he's also digging for Kaisa 3. I didn't even realize, like, he was holding that one Kaisa on bench, but he's actually going to potentially find Kaisa 3 at 9, which is hilarious. Man, it really also shows the power of Kaisa, that he's carried this Kaisa the entire game. Really just, oh my god. The nice thing about Urgot scaling with this Windy buff is that, yeah, like, if you check the tooltip there, I guess we can see when he goes and checks it, he's gaining AP and AD every round. See, he's got 160%, so he gains 60% AP this round, which means that now his chance to drop an item has gone from like 17%, I think it is, base to 24%, or to drop a treasure chest. So it's actually really, really nice with the Windy Janna to scale up your Urgot, even when he has no items, because then he'll, oh my god, drop more items. You lock this, or you sell Janna? He's looking at potentially selling Alistar. I think you have to keep Alistar in for mascot. I think I'd be down to just lock this. Slam's Chalice, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, what else are you slamming here? Static Chip sucks. Renan sucks. Yeah, and Chalice is quite good. Okay. I think you just lock this. I mean, the game's almost over, right? Yeah, okay. So he locks it. Also, if there's a Kaisa off Carousel, he can get Kaisa 3. There is a Kaisa off Carousel? My god. Look at this. Oh my god, he's not going to take it? Really? Wow, he goes Titans? Man, Twitch chat is spamming so hard. What a... Come on. I mean, surely it's just the Kaisa 3 there, right? Yeah, the entire chat is spamming. I don't know if that's a mistake. I feel like it probably is. Like, Titans on... I mean, he's just trolling. I think he's actually trolling us because Titans on Fiddle obviously sucks here. Wait, did he lose this fight, by the way? Bruh, like, can he actually even lose? Look at this Titan's Fiddle going off. Bruh. Shunga, please, please, come on. Don't go for the win trade. Oh my god, 2 Syndras, but he's trolling out for Kaisa 3 here. This is... I can't believe he did that. You know, like, there's a lot of NA players who will just, like, troll sometimes for fun. I didn't think Shunga was one of those people, but my god. Like, that is an absolute troll play. This fucking Titans Fiddlesticks just sitting up here. 2 stacks. 3 stacks. But he's just bowling over this guy, the Jax board. The Kaisa provides all the single target damage you need, and he's just going to double kill here and win anyway. Lamau. All right, that was a really, really cool Fast 9 game from Shunga. And yeah, I just wanted to show on stream, he had 836 LP. If you look at the ladder, he is rank 1 in China. So what an absolute beast. World champion, rank 1. What can he not do? Hope you guys enjoyed this VOD review. If you did, please interact with the video in some way. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. And also check out the link to my Twitch down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.